Okay, class, settle down. Okay, class, settle down. All right, everyone, settle down. The day is already upon us.
Yeah, man.
Gather yourselves, guys. Today we'll be working on it. We'll be doing something really kind of fun today. I know you always, I know we all just started doing drawing. I know this is the first drawing class. Drawing 101. Some people are good drawers. They claim they're good drawers. Some say they're not. Some people say they've never drawn. Even though I doubt that, because I know that everyone here has taken some kind of science class or something and has drawn, at least has drawn the shape of a heart, and written love letter, all that stuff. But I'm not judging, just saying.
Now we can't draw.
So today we'll be doing this activity called holy drawing.
What would make sense to me?
When I say holy, I don't mean like the holy church. I mean like whole milk, like the whole of it, all the whole milk, not no low-fat milk, not no 1% whole milk. The wholeness of it all. Understood? Almost kind of like complete the whole of it all.
Yeah.
So today this activity is called holy drawing. Holy drawing. Which just to give you a little bit of history, holy drawing was kind of an idea, really, kind of like a question, kind of like a one, this artist, he's an African American artist. He's an African living in America, and he went to school for art, and has been practicing for a long time. One of these things, he's a contemporary artist, and sometimes what contemporary artists do, after having practiced traditional art for so long, he's a really good drawer. Traditionally he could draw realistically, painting, sculpture. So these kind of artists, after a while, when they have done all these things now, it gets to a point, they're like, all right, what do we do now? So what happens is they begin to sometimes question why they do the things they do and the way they do them. You understand?
He's a postmodern.
So this guy, this artist, Eric Kabaka, he was a multimedia. He makes music, all of that stuff, animation, video, fashion. He's pretty much doing it all. And currently he's teaching, working with neurodivergent people, neurodivergent adults. Directing them and making art. And so what that means is, let's say it used to be called people who are mentally ill, but lately, since it's being accepted that now, actually, we are all, talking about diversity, different people from different nationalities, different races, right? So the same idea, we are carrying it to people's neurological ability, people's senses and things. So the idea that actually that person just thinks differently, so the diverse of it all, of people's minds.
Yeah.
So he works with such people and making art. So again, even doing this kind of work, he's exposed to, people approaching art making in very, non-traditional ways. So I guess, according to the myth, somewhere during 2020, while everyone was locked up, he was, quarantined. During quarantine, he was in his studio, just always kind of drawing what was around him. And so during this time, I guess he did not have an eraser, had a lot of ink pen, and so a lot of the drawings were in pen. And there was, the idea of making a mistake during drawing, now he had to deal with it. And I guess myth goes, allegedly it turned into, wait, why am I even checking to see if I did make a mistake? Why would it be a mistake if, almost kind of like, if there was to be rules to be followed in, when you go to IKEA, buy something to assemble, if you were following the instructions as to assemble an object or an equipment or the procedure to follow, as in like cooking, following a recipe. So if one was to be drawing, looking at something to be drawing, and he was thinking that if he was to be actually, truthfully staring at this thing in front of him, that one could not, second guess him that, wait, you are not looking at that because you are looking away, So if it's true that, let's say, for 5 minutes, one is paying attention, looking at an object, right? Whatever it is they're portraying or depicting, drawing, representing on the paper, it must be what they were looking at. If they said they were looking at that, either that or it must have been something from imaginary, which then would be the obvious. It's not what's in front of you, it's something in your head. Right? So on that basis is what I guess he used to develop this idea of observational drawing in a holy manner. Okay, so we are looking solely and attentively at an object and making sure that the line of observation, the stream of observation, is direct and non-interrupted and pure. Pure in the sense that it's not being, I guess in the sense that it's not being manufactured, it's not being refined, it's not being corrected, it's not being made beautiful. It's just the raw depiction of what one is observing.
No makeup.
And at this point, since the main aim is to just be to just be complying with the instruction of applying your attention strictly to the observation, one would not even have time to be checking what they're drawing. So that's the basis of holy drawing. It does not even matter that the only way to judge that the drawing would be correct is that you were attentively looking at that thing. It's not even about the results of whether or not the drawing that you drew looks exactly, realistically, exactly like what it is in real life. So that's the basis of holy drawing, which we will try and explore today.
Realistic to whoever.
Because I guess also one of the importance, of this kind of exercise is I guess as an artist, Mr. Abaka was a teacher as well, having dealt with many students, in art, different ages, populations, sometimes people in school, sometimes people out of school, but all under the umbrella of making art, he's a teaching artist, so he has experienced various populations of people in, making art.
Down to earth guy.
And however, had noticed that there's something in most people's head to do it rightfully.
That's self-judgment stuff, you know. That's
do it
self-judgment
correctly.
stuff to kind
And the correctly would
assess
mean
oneself while they
if
draw.
2 or more people agree that, okay, that looks like that. And so evidently it's looking like people were drawing or are making there's that element of trying to
We're giving you that
to
space.
please, to impress others. So the expression sometimes seemingly obviously is something not entirely pure and honest to
Becomes made up. You
the
know?
artist, as far as their language, maybe their tone, their, I guess when you're in Rome, do the Romes, do the Romes. And so now you have Africans in Rome trying to act Roman. How about that? So that's kind of like, so a drawing method that somehow
Compromising, one's
would
self-expression.
encourage
That's what
artists
Holy Drawing is not about.
express more of their self, kind of more encourage artists to express themselves
You
more
understand me? Yeah,
honestly.
stuff like that.
So that's what we're gonna try to do.
Someone from
Okay, so
Ghana
it's
standing in front of me,
there's no judge to see that you're making the right drawing.
British accent.
The only thing is that
Come on, boy.
you should be paying attention to what you're looking. Okay, so what we're gonna do today, we'll split up in groups of 2. Okay, split up in groups of 2. We'll have
Peace sign.
one artist. We'll have one person drawing. We'll have one person drawing, and then we'll have one person, the other person as the model. Okay, and then the person who is the model, while you are being drawn, I want you to be paying attention to the drawer. Make sure that they do not look at the drawing paper or the drawing they're doing. They should be paying straight attention to you. And the fun part is, we're gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna give each group a bell. So whoever is the model, I'll give you a bell. As soon as you see the drawer looking at their drawing, you ring the bell.
Please.
And then now you switch
Ding dang
roles.
dong.
The drawer, the one who is drawing now is the model. And then, I want you guys to get used to the activity and get comfortable with that idea. Because it almost seems so easy, but however, a lot, most of us have been, it's just been conditioned that way to recheck oneself to see if you are correct or not. But now there's that aspect. The only thing is, I'm checking is that you are paying attention to that. And in that, in the paying attention, obviously, I do not want you to omit any details. So, as much as you see, as you're looking, you're moving your hand, and let your drawing hand be following your eye. Whatever you are seeing, just be following however it goes, okay? And this is not the kind of thing where, I want you to just be drawing the outline, everything. I want the outline and the detail, the inlines and the outline. The hair, as you're looking at, as the person in front of you, the hair, the eyebrows,
all the details,
the eyelashes, the lines under their eyes, the 2 eyeballs, the irises, the retina, all of those. The noses, the shape, the nostrils, the mustache or not. Try and just capture everything, the creases in the ears, as much as you can. It's really about an exercise of trying to see how much you are, your movements are in line with what you're seeing. So your movements in your arm as you're drawing, your hand gesture is following your eye. Okay, so as before you start, obviously, pick up a paper, take your drawing medium,
Pick up
and
your
then
pen.
obviously, take some minutes
Get comfortable.
to observe
Situate yourself.
what's in front of you, okay, your partner,
Pay
your
attention
model,
to what's in front of
okay.
you.
Take the minutes to just observe, okay, get comfortable as you look at the paper, do nothing, you're not drawing anything, you're just seeing where you're gonna place it,
What you're
okay.
observing.
And so,
In your
that's,
brain.
just keep
so
looking
paying
and be
attention to what's in
studying,
front of you, what you're observing.
the features of their face,
You
okay.
make you notice the body features, all that, the eyes, the eyebrows,
You feel
the
comfortable,
wrinkles,
you start,
the
you
cheeks,
think place
the face
nice
spots,
on
the
the
beauty
paper, you
spots,
feel you
all
can put them
that.
in and
All that.
just start drawing, okay.
Mustache.
And this is, I'm not, this is not meant to be a sketch or treated as a sketch. In the sense that, I would expect it would take more than 5 minutes.
It be detailed
least 5
drawing.
minutes.
It be detailed scientific
Definitely
drawing.
at least 3
So you
minutes.
can pay
Okay, so
attention
it's
to
something
just like
that's
yellow.
going to take some time.
Every
So just
fucking
try
minute that's in front of you, that's all.
as the person is sitting in front of you.
No, we're not checking for your correct.
Okay,
No.
portrait.
Just fucking record what the fuck is in front of you.
Model.
Simple.
And then, like I'm saying again, don't even think about what's happening on the paper. So make sure we are all using a flowing ink pen, drawing
That's
pen,
it.
or a
That's
marker.
it.
Okay,
So as you begin,
fine
you
point
make sure so
marker,
you
so
pen
the
the
lines
flow.
are
You know what I
visible.
mean? That's it.
So we at
Alright.
least all
If it's
you're
pencil,
basically
something
tracing.
dark, we can see the
You're
line.
following.
You can,
Okay,
you know.
what's happening is you're going to be following what you're seeing, what's in observation. Okay, so you pay
You're going
attention.
through a journey.
Okay.
It's a journey of
Pay
looking at
attention, and
something.
then
So the whole thing
there's
is
no, like I'm
and
saying,
you're recording
because
the journey. That's
no,
what
it
is.
doesn't matter whether it's correct. There's no need for you to rectify it, to correct it, or to render it, to kind of use an eraser to make it correct. Just
No.
keep it as raw as possible, and don't just leave it that way. Just be in attentiveness. Okay?
Labio.
Be in attentiveness, and the main focus following with your hand, with your eyes seeing. That's it.
Labio. Pay attention to the journey, then make you see how the journey go. Labio. Right? Make sure I see the good journey, making sure to pick up the details, observing what you're going to do. You actually going through a process. The drawing is the observance. You're drawing in. And you get me? And then recording what you're drawing in. That's it. Nobody cares whether it's correct or it looks exactly like that. That's up to you. Based on the fact that you were indeed paying attention to what you were observing. That's it. That's it. That's it. Holy God. That's it. Yeah, straight up and down. That's it. Yeah. So make me feel that. Charlie, yeah. Try one over, a couple of times. 1, 2, 3. Observing the same thing. A couple runs. Yeah. That's it. It's just exercising your fullness and paying attentiveness.